And good evening, YouTube. It's BGM 1990-0114, aka Blind Gamer 990, back at it again. Well, if you don't recall, I did a retro video game showcase stream a few months ago. Well, I'm doing it again, and tonight I want to show you my Nintendo 64 collection. They're all stacked up here in this television stand with a manual. I assume this is my Mortal Kombat 4, either Mortal Kombat 4 or WWF No Mercy, but this was the manual. Looks like it's been chewed up somewhat by maybe the dog guide or something like that. Maybe the pages got ripped or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, tonight I'm going to show you my N64 collection. Now, here's my N64. It conveniently sits on top of the TV stand, which I may find a better place for that soon, because I've had this thing for N64 for almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years come Christmas of 2019. Or, yeah, 2019, because I got it in Christmas of 99, and 2017 is coming to an end rapidly. We're already almost in September, for God's sakes. Yeah, the N64 goes back to 1997, when it was, or not late 96, early 97 when it was released. My brother, soon to be married, congratulations to my brother and his fiancée, my future sister-in-law, got one for Christmas in 96, and we only had 4 games for it, which you'll see in just a little bit. But he had it for a few years. And I always allowed me to play it because I liked the N64. It had so much, a lot better sound than what, we had on the Super Nintendo, which was, not bad for a home console at the time. But we had a lot of these, and I got this on Christmas Day, 1999, and when we got it, my first thought was, first of all, thank you, Dad, and second of all, now I don't have to use my brother's anymore. I got to use the RF converter until I get one of my own, which I did, but, my brother I gave him his back, and a couple controllers, and were in the box, but I've had this thing for over 20 years, almost, and it still works. Albeit, blowing the cartridges is still a chore. Thank God for emulation, but you have to blow the cartridge to make it work. But, well, without further ado, let's take a look at the games. Now, these are all in alphabetical order, and some of these I got from a store that sells these games used. And let's take a look. All-Star Baseball 99. I remember this. I don't remember this game much as a kid growing up because I never played it until 2008, I want to say. And I remember, being 18 years old and had enough money in my pocket from working that. Yeah, this is 08. Yeah. I thought, well, I'll go to Book of Music and see if I can get something cool. And the lady there that worked there said they had these N64 games, and she had a shit ton of these, like stowed away in a file cabinet kind of deal. But they were everywhere, like on the shelf, in boxes. And this is one of the games that I got was All-Star Baseball 99. Not a bad game. I thoroughly enjoy it. But, it's old, as you can tell. The cartridge is old. It's been out since 1998, I believe. But a great game nonetheless. I enjoy playing it, and I'm sure those of you that own an N64 probably had this game in your collection somewhere. All-Star Baseball 2000. Same way. The whole, the series as a whole started out as All-Star Baseball 99, 2000 and 2001 on the N64. Before that, it was All-Star Baseball 97 on the PlayStation, which I don't know if you would put that as a sequel, but I would, considering the fact that it has the same name but a different year to it. But all these came from Boogie Music Exchange. Great games. You know, I play them on occasion still. Of course, my N64 is so old, I had to stop and blow the cartridge on occasion. But, you know, like, it's a balanced, well-played game and good for anybody's collection. Banjo-Kazooie. This was originally my brother's game. He got it in, I think, 98. Chris is a 98. Yeah, I remember because I was about to go back to school for the start of the third grading period, whatever they call it. And he showed me that he told me he had Banjo-Kazooie on the N64. I was like, well, that's cool. I know you rented it from Blockbuster, but yeah, this game is a great adventure game. It's one of them side-scrolling kind of game. It's not exactly a beat 'em up, but it's a adventure game that tells the story of a bear. Story of a bear. Yeah, it's entertaining. I mean, my favorite part, and this is hard to do, when Banjo falls out of the bed and you hear the cat, wow, pump. It's so cute. He falls out of the bed. An old girlfriend of mine used to tell me about that, because she told me about the glitch one time, and it was like, you have to do it more than once, but it eventually does happen, but it's funny when it does. But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, pick it up if you haven't already. It's also available on the Xbox 360, and I believe the Xbox One as well. BioFreaks. I got this from Book and Music Exchange. I enjoy this game. It's a fighting game. But I remember I got it on PlayStation. The first version I got this was on PlayStation, so you know it was pretty violent. But it was like a game full of freaks, and no pun intended, freaks. I would say nerds, but like it's like based on Neo America, so you learn a lot about it the more you play. So it's pretty cool. BioFreaks. Let's see. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Bomberman 64. There it is, Bomberman 64. My brother had this game from Blockbuster once, and it's enjoyable. I mean, Bomberman's a hell of a series. I mean, if you remember the old NES game from the early 90s, like 80s, early 90s, it had a cheesy ass ending, but you know, this game's pretty good. I mean, it's got that classic feel to it with the good music, and you're Bomberman basically, and you just blow shit up, and that's, who can't argue with that? Let's see. Next we have Bottom of the Ninth. I didn't think I'd ever get this. I got this from an Amazon order not that long ago. For those that don't know, Bottom of the Ninth was originally made in the late, I think it was like the late 80s or early 90s by Konami. It was an arcade company, and they did Bottom of the Ninth, and it was one of those, I think it was like an unlicensed game, no MLB players or teams, but this has that, MLB players, and I guess it does have MLB license, but it's got the players, so, but you could play as all the MLB teams, without the names, of course, because they're not licensed, but you got all the players there. Griffey's here, Bonds is here, Larkin's here. He was an all-star at the time, so all the guys are there. But if you haven't picked up Bottom of the Ninth, I recommend you do so, because it's quite the series on the PlayStation. Let's see. Oh yeah, Clay Fighter 63 1/3. Oh man, this game gave me all kinds of memories as a kid. Playing this game. Of course, I didn't play the actual version. The one I played was the Sculptor's Cut, which is very rare. But it's so rare you can only get it in like Blockbuster. But that place don't exist anymore, sadly. But yeah, Clay Fighter 63 1/3. That's a good game. It's fun for the family. I mean, anybody can play it and enjoy it. Yeah, Clay Fighter 63 1/3. Parodying Naked Gun, mind you. Let's see. Let's go cruising. We got Cruising USA, and we got Cruising World. Cruising USA was one of the first N64 games that we ever owned. My brother and I. It was one of the first 4 games he got from from the Christmas present of the N64 that he got for Christmas. This is one of the first games not being able to see, just enjoy this game for the music and the sound of the cars moving around and stuff. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, but Cruising USA and Cruising World, which was a rental from Blockbuster, I recommend you pick these up if you haven't already. But let's continue. Let's put these back here. Plumber, Clay. Aha, here we go. Come on. There you go. Let's see. Where are we? Hang on. I think these might be getting out of order on me. Let's see. Banjo, bottom of the ninth. Here we go. This may be. This is it. This is it right here. You have to keep these. I had these guys in alphabetical order, so that's a part of I'm going so slow. Diddy Kong Racing. I enjoyed this game too. We ran it from Blockbuster in '97, and we played. My brother and his friends played this game for hours. Like being in school, they could not stop playing the game. But yeah, this game is entertaining. All the exhibition races are fun. The story mode is neat. But yeah, this game is. I recommend you get this if you haven't. Diddy Kong Racing. Let's see. Where does it go? Where does it go? Let's see. Hang on. Give me a second, folks. I'm trying to sort these games out here. That way they don't get mixed. Clay Fighter, cruising. Let's see. Where are we? Here we go. You go back here. And another one we got here is, let's see. Doom 64. Oh, do I remember this game? We ran it from Blockbuster, and I think we got the early version because it made a lot of unusual noises. Granted, it didn't make a lot of the sounds that Doom makes, but it made like a lot of squeaky noises, like there was like opening of like hinges, and it was like just making a lot of noises. But Doom, if you've played Doom, you'd know what this game represents. But This was originally not supposed to be a Doom sequel, but it was turned into one, I guess, at the request or something like that of either the developers or the fans of the series. But I recommend you get this game, Doom 64. Let's see. Hang on. I gotta sort these games out here. Let's see. No, not that. Give me a sec, folks. I'm trying to get these games in the right place. Diddy Kong. We got anything else? Yeah, we got a lot. This video may take a while, but if you're enjoying the stream, I do apologize for no gameplay tonight. I wanted to give myself a couple days to get things underway. Here we go. The Duke Nukem games, Duke Nukem 64 and Duke Nukem 0 Hour. Where do I start? I never played Duke Nukem 0 Hour because I only got it from the Book of Music Exchange again. Shouts out to them for providing great content. But Duke Nukem 64, I remember this because my brother ran it from Blockbuster. He did that a lot when we were growing up. And I played this game and I thought, this guy's got language problems. But he liked playing the whole, the deathmatch mode where you can basically kill somebody and they'll respawn accordingly. But some of these games would maybe deemed as like below average because of the censorship and stuff that Nintendo was imposing at the time, not allowing extreme violence in the games. They got Mortal Kombat, but I don't know. But yeah, Duke Nukem was innovative for its time. This is a port of Duke Nukem 3D. We played I never got to play the PC version of that, but I remember being, being a kid, and it was like, gosh, the Dukester's insane, but he was just trying to save the world and save chicks while he was at it. So, but yeah, I recommend you get the Duke Nukem games in the N64 if you like, nostalgic quality. But if you're not satisfied with the way these games are played, the game is played on the N64, then you're better off with the PC version. But I've got these games for the soundtrack, the sounds, and the nostalgia, so to speak. But those are the Duke Nukem games. Let's see. Aha, here we go. Almost done with this section. But let's see. ECW Hardcore Revolution. Now, for those that don't know, ECW was a hardcore wrestling company that was founded in the early 90s, and they specified on violent wrestling. Well, Acclaim had, I guess, their contract with the WWF at the time, yes, I'll say it, WWF, ran out, and they had nothing to do. So they thought, let's make an ECW game. The one mistake I think they made was they put a lot of paint of the WWF Attitude paint. We'll get to that in a little while. And they squirted it with ECW, which did not. We thought it was one of the better games at the time, but boy, it did not work. It didn't gel. The next sequel came out 9 months later, and then ECW went out of business. So, ECW Hardcore Revolution, it's not a bad game. It's crazy. I mean, they basically took WWF Attitude and put Attitude and put ECW on it. That's all they did. But if you like ECW and you want to play the games, then more power to you. But I recommend you can do a lot better than that. I mean, anybody that's a fan of wrestling knows where the real chaos lies, and we'll get to all that, trust me. Let's see. Here's more. Let's see. Here we go. Fighter's Destiny and Fighter Destiny 2. The Fighter Destiny series, or Fighter's Destiny, if you want to put it that way. They were named differently because they were bought by a new company, I guess. But these games kind of resembled the WWF's Brawl for All kind of deal. It was violent. It was a fighting game. It was a beat 'em up in a fighting game, but it was like a different form of fighting. It was like MMA or shoot fighting, but with a great cast of characters, and quite the engine for a fighting game. I recommend you check this out. Now, I played the first one in my childhood because my brother rented it from Blockbuster. What else is new, right? But the second one I did not play much, if at all, during its release time because we didn't have it at the time. But Book of Music Exchange, they come through again with just the endless cavalcade of used games, and every time they mention something I like, I go for it. But these two I went for, and I don't regret it even today. But Fighter's Destiny and Fighter Destiny 2, I recommend you get these games if you haven't because they're really good. We're not done. We're almost done with this section. Let's see. Here we go. Flying Dragon. I am still somewhat confused about this game because I don't know how to navigate it, but it's a fighting game, but it's like two games in one because it's got an RPG mode and it's got like an arcade mode feel. So it is a fighting. It kind of sounds like Street Fighter, or one of the sounds of Street Fighter was used. But the music is catchy. There's a lot of action, and it's fun. I mean, yeah, my brother got this from Walmart, I believe, after the holidays, or right after Christmas, before New Year's. We went to Walmart one day, and he got this game, and he enjoyed it. I can tell, and it's hard for me to navigate, but once I get to the fighting part, it's really fun. But Flying Dragon, I recommend you get this game if you haven't. It's got a lot of action behind it, and it's enjoyable. Here's one. Fox Sports College Hoops 99. with the University of Kentucky Wildcat basketball team as the national champions. This game's pretty good. I mean, there's not much to it. It's it's just a bare bones college basketball game, and it's not that bad. I got this from an Amazon order. I recommend you pick it up if you haven't. It's really good. But I play this game a lot just to get that. It sounds like real basketball, but without announcers. But a lot can be said. So pick up Fox Sports College Hoops 99 if you haven't. It's a really good game. Aha! Here we go. Gex 64 and Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. These games are hilarious. I mean, I got these from Book and Music Exchange again, and they never shy away from making the player laugh, which they makes me laugh because watching Gex do random shit. It's like he's traveling through television. It sounds like, and it makes fun of like TV shows, and both have quite compelling stories. And pick this up if you haven't. Gex 64 and Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. Next, aha! GoldenEye 007. Yes, I have this game, and we all put hours in this game. I could go on all night about how much that we played the shit out of this game, but GoldenEye 007 was the pinnacle of shooting games, and the N64 only been out for like a year. It was only out for a year, pretty much, and this game just blew everything away. But I remember being in school when I was a kid, and we played this game in the rec. One of the adults got mad because it was a violent video game. A lot of shooting, but hey, we played it. We did play it, and we enjoyed it. But if you want a good shooting game for the N64, this is one of the games you need to pick up if you haven't, because it's really, really enjoyable, and you'll have play the deathmatch mode. That's a blast. But GoldenEye 007, pick it up if you haven't. Recommended by me. Oh yeah, Killer Instinct Gold, the N64 version of Killer Instinct 2, which was one of the first 4 games that we ever owned. We got 4 in the same day, and this is one of them. And I played the shit out of this game when we had it. I had these my brother's N64, but I played the shit out of it. And I sucked, naturally. But it's a fighting game, so luckily you can button mash and get away with it somehow. But Killer Instinct, I recommend you get these games if you haven't. If you got an N64, go buy a KI Gold and have fun playing it. Comment and tell me how you do if you've got the game. If you've played it before and you didn't like it, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But I got to play KI3 and it was enjoyable, so I don't see how these two could not be enjoyable. The SNES version of the first game, N64 of the second game, and the Xbox One version of the third game. I like the arcade versions better, but that's here nor there. But Killer Instinct Gold, pick it up if you haven't. Let's see. Okay. Knockout Kings 2000. I remember this game. I actually stumbled upon it by accident one night or one day, because they had gone. My brother and dad had gone to Blockbuster for the night to rent me a game to play. That way, when I got home, I had something to play with. And they said they got me WCW Mayhem. We'll get to that game in a little while. But I looked at the cartridge and I put it in it, and it was like a weird game, and it was boxing, and it was Knockout Kings. I was like, well, let's not dwell on that too fast, because this game sounds like it could be compelling. So I played, and it was good. Only thing is, it's stuck in Slugfest mode, which means you can whack somebody in the nuts and get away with it. Talk about the ball tester, whack them right in the ball. But if you like a good boxing game, you're better off getting this game on the PlayStation than the N64. But if you only have an N64 and you want a boxing game, a real boxing game that's really good, try this. Because I did, and I liked it. But I prefer it better on the PlayStation because you can do a regular fight, and it's not exactly slugfest oriented where it's stuck on that mode. But this game is really good. Pick it up if you haven't. Let's see. Okay, we're getting into a lot more. And let's see. That one was stuck. Kobe Bryant and NBA Courtside. This game had to have come out when the N64 was young. Generic game, not bad. I enjoy it. It's, I don't know how to navigate some of the game because I don't know where the hell the damn time clock is. Like how to change the time and stuff like that. Because the game is not exactly blind accessible, but B, it's got good basketball action behind it. But this game, it's really good if you want a first base basketball game to play. But if you want something better, I'm sure there's more out there. But we'll get into that in just a little bit here. But Kobe Bryant and NBA Courtside, I like the GameCube version better for some reason because it's more realistic. But put this game if you haven't already. Let's see, where are we? Let's see. One of my personal favorite fighting games, Mace, The Dark Age. And this game goes back to my childhood. I was 8 years old. I was in the ages of 7 and 8, and we used to go to the bowling alley. Like every time I'd have like a week off or a day off from school, like Thanksgiving, for example, we'd go to the bowling alley, and they had this game. And I remember playing it, and I was hooked. I was hooked. And when I heard they released it on the N64, I thought, oh my God, they took an arcade game and put it on the N64, and they didn't do a bad job of it. The music is a little tame. It's much better on the arcade, but still, this game is not a bad port at all. It's got good action, good characters, and it's got quite the violence behind it. But Mace the Dark Age. If you got an N64, pick this game up. You'll get endless hours of entertainment. Trust me. Take it from me. Let's see. Where would this go? Yes. I know where we're heading now. We're going to Madden. Here we go. And it's all in order. Madden Football 64, Madden NFL 99, Madden NFL 2000, and Madden NFL 2001. My guess is Madden Football 64 came out when the N64 was young. So it didn't have an NFL license, and it had no PA license either. But Madden 99 really said, hey, let's do that. Let's put the players and the teams in the game, and let's make it something. They did the same thing with 2000 and 2001, but I think they took the same game and recycled it because it all sounds the same after 2000, a little different in 2001, but it's pretty much it's fast paced, which is understandable for a football game on a Nintendo, but still not bad for a try. Madden 01 I played in a rental from Blockbuster. These all came from Book and Music Exchange, but I played this game for hours as a kid when I rented it from Blockbuster, back when you had the 5-day and 7-day rental deal. But yeah, pick these games up if you haven't already. They're really good. The Madden Football series, Madden Football 64, Madden NFL 99, Madden NFL 2000, and 2001. I don't have 2002 yet, but I might get that soon. I haven't really decided yet. How we go? Let's put these back. Let's see. Where would you go? Aha, here we go. Putting these games back here. Give me a sec, folks. We'll keep going in just a little bit. And we still got a ways to go. I have a lot of these, so bear with me. And there you go. Next, we got Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, man. Where do I start with this game? Rented from Blockbuster by my brother, of course, in the summer of 98. And it was made after the 97 season and the start of the 98 season, so you naturally had the rosters from that time there. But Deion Sanders is in the game, so how can you go wrong with that? He's on the Cincinnati Reds. They were trying to do well, but they didn't have their best years yet. Not till 99 when they damn near made the playoffs. Got beat by the Mets, but yeah, this game, it's fun. I mean, if you like a good fast-paced baseball game, you go with this. I don't have the Slugfest game yet, but not on emulation, or not on cartridge anyways, but I've got it on emulation. But this game, I recommend you get if you like a good, fast-paced baseball game. Now, let's see. Okay. Alright. Let's see. We're not done yet, folks. Here's one. Mario Kart 64. Now, if you don't have this game, first of all, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Pick it up if you haven't. Second of all, I wonder if it's against the law to not have a Mario game on N64 if you've got one. And if you don't have a Mario game, if that's against the law or not. Because how could you not have this game as a kid growing up? Hell, how can you not have it in general? It's fun. The action is all over the place. They really stepped it up. Because I remember the original Mario Kart, we wore that game out as children. This was the same way. We played it for hours and just could not stop. But Mario Kart 64, if you don't have it, I recommend you pick it up. Because it's actually my brother's. He got it from I think Walmart, I want to say. He bought it when he first had an N64, and we rented it the day it came out, or close to it anyways. And we could not quit playing it. It was fun. But Mario Kart 64, buy it if you haven't. Let's see. Where did we? Here we go. Mario Tennis. I remember this game. One of my ex-girlfriends used to tell me that she played the game a lot growing up, and this is my brother's game as well. He got it towards the end of the N64's lifespan. N64, I mean, I'm talking pretty fast here. The N64's lifespan, which ended in 2002, I believe. But if you've still got an N64 and you like tennis and you like Mario, you can play this game because it's enjoyable. I mean, it's fun, it's easy, and it won't give you any fits. But Mario Tennis, pick it up if you haven't. All right, let's see. Here we go. We found it. We immediately found where they would go. Ooh, here's one. Mike Piazza's Strike Zone, a good baseball game. I thought this game would not have an MLB license or a PA license, but it has both. But it's not the best game in the world, but I enjoy it. I mean, it's fast, yes, but still, I mean, what do you figure, right? Not bad. Pick it up if you haven't. I got it from Book of Music Exchange, as I did a lot of these games. But Mike Piazza's Strike Zone, if you like it, like I do, you pick it up if you haven't. Go to your nearest used store and buy them. Buy them, damn it. I knew we'd get into these. We were going to get... This was bound to come at some point. Let's see. Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat Mythologies. And Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I'll go into each one. Mortal Kombat 4. I remember I got this game for Christmas in 1998. And after playing it for hours on rented purchase from Blockbuster, I thought, I want this game for Christmas. I enjoy it. It's fun because playing Mortal Kombat. Hey, how can you not enjoy Mortal Kombat? But this game is insane. It's really good. Mortal Kombat 4. Now, MK Mythologies Sub-Zero I got this originally on the PlayStation when I was 7. Christmas in 97, I got it on the PlayStation. And it's a far cry from what Mortal Kombat originally is. It's an adventure game. It tells a good story, but still, it's a far cry from what the game originally is. It's a fighting game, but it's not meant to be like an adventure game like this is. Now, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Where do I start with this game? I remember I was 6 years old. I was at my grandma's house with my brother, my grandma, my grandpa. My grandma came in there and said, "Hey, we got a surprise for you." And lo and behold, we had Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And what was funny was we only had one controller, so only one person could play at a time. But I remember getting this game and I rented it countless times from Blockbuster. Like, I rented it the day my aunt and uncle got married. That's why that wedding was so embarrassing, because it was on tape. Anywho, Christmas in '97, I got this game, and I had to play my brother's N64 because I didn't have one of my own yet. But you know, I played this game for hours. People said the game sucks, and I understand. But you know, if you look at it from an MK fan's point of view, like I am, you know, it's not bad. But you know, the game was not a bad attempt at a port. But I enjoy it. Pick it up if you have it. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. We go now to the ends. Let's see. NBA Courtside 2 with Kobe Bryant. Like I said about the first game, a great game. This is more fluid because it's got actual commentary and from Chick Hearn, and I forget the guy, Stu something. I forget the guy's last name, but it's got commentary. It's got fast gameplay, and it's really fun. So pick up NBA Courtside 2 featuring Kobe Bryant if you haven't already. Ooh, I knew we'd get to this. NBA Hang Time. Rented from Blockbuster when we were kids. Played the game for hours, and my brother got it for his 10th birthday, or his 11th birthday, I mean. And we wore it out, just playing it for hours. But NBA Hang Time, if you like a good fast-paced NBA Jam game on the N64, that's like a spiritual sequel or a successor, this is it. Pick up NBA Hang Time if you haven't. NBA In the Zone 98 and 99. 98 I got from Book and Music Exchange, and 99 I got from an Amazon order. But these games are really good. If I'm you, I'd set the difficulty all the way up, because if you set it too easy, they score really just frequently at will. But because like a high scoring game can be 300 something to 200 and something, you never know. But NBA In the Zone, I don't have 2000 on the N64. I wish I could get it, but yeah, pick these games up if you haven't. NBA In the Zone 98 and 99, and get 2000 while you're at it. I'm sure it's just as good. Let's see. NBA Jam 99 and 2000. NBA Jam 99 I got from an Amazon order, and NBA Jam 2000 I got from Book and Music Exchange. These games are really good. Made by Acclaim. It's nice to hear Bill Walton on the NBA Jam 99 say, "That's terrible. Just terrible." He tells it like it is, and I need to sit down. My foot's falling asleep. But these games, they're really good. You get to hear Kevin Harlan. It's like his first sports game, I think, that he did. And it's hours of fun. I enjoy these games. NBA Jam 99 and 2000. Buy them if you haven't already. Let's see. Here we go. Aha. Let's see. Make sure I know we're in the right place here. Yep. NBA Live 99 and NBA Live 2000. Both from Book and Music Exchange. Both good games. I recommend you get these if you haven't. I never rented these games and never previously owned them, so I'm totally new to these, but they're really good. It's nice to hear Don Poyer on commentary. They didn't get much of his lines, but he's really good in this game. But it's got a If you've played the series, you'd know what the NBA Live is like. It's still made today. They still make it. I've got NBA Live 50 on the PS4. We'll do a showcase of those games in a future video. But NBA Live 99 and 2000, I recommend these games. They're really good. Buy them if you haven't. I've been saying that a lot tonight. Let's see. Aha, here we go. There you go. Alright. Here we go. NFL Blitz. I got this game from Book and Music Exchange. And let's just say I wore it out. This game it's fantastic. I mean, if you like a good violent football game, this game is the way to go. NFL Blitz 2000, 2001 from an Amazon order. Both of them. It's all the same. Violence, hit you hard. Don't bother getting up because they'll hit you hard again. But NFL Blitz, I recommend you get all these games and play them if you haven't. I enjoy the arcade game, but it's not, it's nice to take the game home and say, hey, I've got it. It may not be the arcade version, but I've got a copy of it on my N64, and it sounds about the same, as far as music and sound are concerned. But yeah, pick up NFL Blitz and tell them that Aaron sent you. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we putting? Hang on. I'm trying to figure out where these games are supposed to. Here we go. NFL Blitz, Blitz 2000, and Blitz 2001. Here we go. Here we go. We're going into more of the NFL games. And we got NFL Quarterback Club 98. Not a bad start to the N64 series. Could have been better. A lot of incomplete passes in this game. And I wonder if that's just the way the game was made, because it sounds so cheesy. I mean, listen to Marv Albert. It's like a digitized Marv Albert at that. He's a great commentator, but this game wasn't a bad start. Quarterback Club 99, though, was the show stealer, in my opinion. Anybody that had this game, I commend you for it, because it's probably expensive to get it nowadays, because it's so high on the list, so to speak, of games that everybody wants. Quarterback Club 2000 and 2001 are basically the same game, just done, with the roster updates, different music and stuff, but it's all Mike Patrick and Randy Cross, and the sounds are about the same. But if you like a good realistic football game in your N64, pick up the NFL Quarterback Club games: 98, 99, 2000, and 2001. Let's see, where are we now? Okay. Yeah. But for those that are watching, thank you very much. Again, I greatly appreciate the views. Over 560 now. I'm close to 600 views on everything now. And back you go. All right. Here's another one. NHL 99. The PS1 version of this game was much better, because you get the whole experience, whereas here you just have to listen to Bill Clement. He's not a bad commentator, but he just, you don't know who the players are, they don't say the names, and again, that's what you get with a memory-limited console game. But NHL 99, if you've only got an N64 and you want a hockey game that's real, made by EA, pick this game up. I got it from Book and Music Exchange, as I've done a lot of my games here, but buy it if you haven't. And now we get from that to something a little bit better. NHL Blades of Steel 99. This game is really good. Konami made it, so back at the time, naturally they make good games. But NHL Blades of Steel 99, I got it from an Amazon order. A lot of them I got from Amazon order, but this game I recommend you buy it if you haven't. It's fast paced, it's fun, it's got a lot of action, and all the guys and the teams are there. So pick up Blades of Steel 99 if you haven't already. Let's see. Here we go. NHL Breakaway 98 and 99. Rented both of these games from Blockbuster growing up. They're not bad. Made by Acclaim. I would have preferred having actual commentary, but what do you get from an N64 game that has memory limitations? Not much. At least you get a PA announcer and telling you what happened and stuff. But that's all. It's really nitpicky. But this game is practically realistic almost. The players move smoothly. The action is fast paced. There's a lot of contact. So if you got an N64 and want a good Acclaim hockey game, pick up NHL Breakaway 98 and 99. And tell them that Blind Gamer 1990 sent you. Go to your nearest used store. Pilot Wing 64. Not a bad flight simulator. You got it from Book and Music Exchange. Same for the NHL Breakaway games. Book and Music Exchange. Thank you. Shout out to you for providing us with great games. Pilot Wings, not a bad flight simulator, but I like it for the music. Yeah, it's got a good catchy soundtrack to it. So pick up Pilot Wings if you like to learn how to fly. Who doesn't? Yes. Pokemon Stadium. My personal favorite Pokemon game. My only favorite Pokemon game ever that's ever been released. My brother had this game growing up. We played it a lot. And he tries to tell me all about Pokemon. I just play to play, I don't care about all the matches and shit. By that I mean matching who up with who. It's like, I just want to get to the fucking game for crying out loud. But Pokemon Stadium, I don't have the second one yet. Hopefully I can get it soon. But Pokemon Stadium, if you like Pokemon, you want to watch a good fight simulator, buy this game because it's hours of fun. Rampage 2 Universal Tour. This game is not bad, but I prefer the World Tour over the Universal Tour. I mean, you do the same thing. You run around destroying shit, and who doesn't like that? But who doesn't enjoy it either? I mean, especially in a game like this where you're a lizard, monkey, or I think it was a dinosaur or something like that. But I prefer World Tour over Universal Tour because it has the arcade nostalgia behind it. The first one does, but the second one's like not a bad sequel or anything, but I recommend the first one. Let's see. Ready to Rumble Boxing. This game, I remember the ads for it on TV. I thought this game is insane. It's fictional characters. It's, simple game. Midway Boxing, not bad. But if you want a good, funny, and fun boxing game, pick this game up. I got it for my birthday in 2000, actually. I just turned 10 years old, and this is one of the presents I got for my birthday, along with the RF converter the next day at my birthday party. But I recommend you get this game if you like a good, fun boxing game for your N64. Let's see, where are we? There we go. I knew that was going to happen. We'll sort them out. Let's pick these back up here. There you go. Just the way you left it. And they kind of fell off the stack, but let's see, where are we? We're almost done as far as the review is concerned. Let's see. Rugrats. The Rugrats in Paris, the game, and Rugrats Scavenger Hunt. Now, I've not played the games originally, but I just got these games from BME, Book and Music Exchange, and they're not bad, but if you know, it's just a simple kids game. But I'm a Rugrats fan. I was a Rugrats fan when they were on, and I miss them even today. You know, I'm sure they're babies, but I miss the Rugrats even today. But if you want to have to play with the Rugrats in your own home on a video game, buy these two games. Let's see. Right. Oop. Don't fall out. Where are we? Here we go with a little San Francisco Rush. People told me a lot about these games. This is, I think, Rush. I'll look up the title in just a little while here. And the original San Francisco Rush, but like one's built like in the future and one's current, I think. But quite the entertaining racing game, I think. I mean, if you like a good, fast-paced, violent wreck, so to speak, this is where you find it in San Francisco Rush and Rush 2045, I believe is what it's called. I'll look that up and get back to you on that. But yeah, pick this game up if you haven't. The San Francisco Rush. Alright. We're getting into the nitty gritty as far as the stacks are concerned. We're about finished. Let's see. South Park. We got South Park, the original, and South Park Chef's Love Shack. You know, when I was a kid, South Park, and when I was 7 years old, South Park had just started, and it was cute, you know. Like, I remember when it started with the short where Cartman got an alien probe and stuff. It was crazy, but yeah, this game, the original South Park game, tells the story about, you know, aliens coming to like vaporize South Park or some crap like that. But it's got a good story. Yes, there's profanity, but it's censored somewhat. You can't say shit. You can't say fuck. But it always starts the thing with Kenny getting killed. You know, Kenny always gets killed in the early years. You know, oh my God, he killed Kenny! You bastard! That sort of thing. But if you want to hear your South Park characters on the N64, pick these games up if you haven't. The original, it just says South Park and South Park Chef's Love Shack. Now, where does that go? Let's see. I got a bunch of these. Come on. Get in there. There you go. You back these up a little bit. That way they don't fall off. Let's see. What's next? Star Fox 64. Boy, I remember this game. My brother got it from Walmart, I believe. And it had the Rumble Pack. This is where that was introduced, was a Rumble Pack. Was this game here. It's a hell of a game. I mean, if you like a good space shooter and a good sequel, a legit sequel to Star Fox, this is it. It's hours of fun, a lot of replayability. You never know what you'll be able to do with this game. I recommend you get it. Star Fox 64. And tell them Blind Gamer Nighttime they sent you. Alright. We're not done yet, folks. The action continues. Let's see. Star Wars. We got Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I'll just start with that first because it's chronological. And Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Shadows of the Empire was one of the first 4 N64 games we ever had, along with Cruis'n USA and Killer Instinct Gold. I'll tell you, these games, and especially Rogue Squadron, it sounds so realistic as far as a Star Wars simulator is concerned. You know, you're flying, aero fighters. You're flying. I can't describe it to you, but the action, it's fast paced, and they tell a good story. In Shadows of the Empire, it's got that the music sounds like it's real. Of course, it's digitized because it's an N64 game, but you couldn't tell because it sounds so realistic. And Rogue Squadron's got those cutscenes that just fuelify the story, and it really, they're both entertaining. So pick up the Star Wars games on N64, Rogue Squadron and Shadows of the Empire. Don't worry, folks. The review only gets crazier from here. Where are we? Let's see. Put these games back in the stack where I found them. They are in alphabetical order, yes. Let's see. Now, how can you not own the inaugural game for the N64, Super Mario 64? How do you not own this game? It came with it. It came with it. So, Super Mario 64 was the initiation of the N64. It's like, hey, here's the N64. Here's your first game. Knock yourself out. This is part of the first 4 that my brother got for N64 for Christmas, and he played the shit out of it. I'll tell you that much. I used to watch him play it, going, damn, you know. Sure, Mario says the same shit all the time, but what do I know, right? Where else can you find a good 3D version of Mario? This was the sequel to, I believe, Mario World, I want to say, or Mario World 2, I think, or maybe it was just a new game, I'm not sure, but Mario 64, it's a good game and good soundtrack. I think we got that through mail order, I think, from many years ago, but I still got the CD, so we still have the CD. But Mario 64, I don't understand why you don't have this game. If you don't, then you're crazy. But if you do, and you got an N64, join the club like everybody else. Mario 64. And this section is about done, but before we wrap it up, we still got a few more. And here's one. Super Smash Brothers. Hell of a series. I don't know why you wouldn't have the first game, but to unlock all the characters in this game is a chore. I mean, granted, you beat the game once to get, I think it's either Jigglypuff or Luigi, but everybody else is like, crap, where are they? But Super Smash Brothers, a great start to a great series. I recommend you get it if you haven't. Get Melee for the GameCube if you got it, and Brawl for the Wii. And the new one, which I guess you can't call it new because it's been out for a few years, but it's on the Wii U and the DS. But Smash Brothers, I enjoy it. It's a fighting game with Nintendo characters. How can you not go wrong with that? So pick up Smash Brothers if you haven't already. We're not done yet. We're just about done with this particular section. And The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and the successor, I guess, to the follow-up, Majora's Mask. Oh man, where do I start with this? Ocarina of Time, I'm not being able to see sucks at times because you don't know what you're doing. But to watch my brother play this game, I was enthralled. I was like, damn, this game tells quite the story. But it's hours of fun, literally hours of fun. This game takes, I watched the Cube X55 long play, it takes at least close to 8, maybe 10 hours non-stop to play this game in its entirety. Excuse me for a second, folks. Okay, I'm back. But if you don't have the Zelda games, I don't know what to tell you. But if you do, you'll enjoy hours of entertainment because this game tells a good story. It's got good sound. It's got a good gameplay feel to it. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Pick them up if you haven't. Hey, we're done. We're down to the last row here. And I'm going to be a little short on some of these because you've heard me say the same things pretty much all night. Toy Story 2. I only played the game once from Blockbuster, and it was okay. You know, I remember the SNES game we rented from Blockbuster, and it was nice. Granted, the toys didn't sound exactly the same, but what do you know? But Toy Story 2, good game. I recommend you buy it if you like to simulate Toy Story in your home. Let's see the broadcast, shall we? If it'll let me. Here we go. No comments, but alright, let's see. Let's keep going. We're about done here, folks. Triple Play 2000. I've got this game on PlayStation. This is not bad. I mean, granted, the cartridge likes to freeze a lot, but then again, that's because the unit. I think it's because the unit's old. But the game, you know, I like the Triple Play series. I've played them all from 97 to 2002. I've got 02 on the PlayStation 2, but I don't have a working PS2 right now. It's old. Like the N64, they're both old. I've had them for a few years. But if you like a good EA Sports baseball game, pick up Triple Play 2000 for the N64. Okay. Now for something that I'm sure if you've not played these games, I don't know why you wouldn't have, but Turok. The whole series, well, not the whole series, but I've got Turok, Dinosaur Hunter, the original, and possibly the best shooting game ever, one of the best ever on the N64. Turok 2, Shadows of Oblivion, or Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. There it is. And Turok Rage Wars. I'm not sure what the latter. If the latter is an adventure game or if it's like a shooting, beat 'em up kind of deal. But Turok is just it's quite the shooting game. I mean, you basically run around, you know, shooting the evil basically, and you know, you save children. And what could go wrong? Or what can't be wrong with saving the world? What's wrong with saving the world? Nothing's wrong with that. So if you like a good adventure shooting game, I recommend you pick up the Turok series. I don't have Shadows of Oblivion yet. I think that's what it's called. Or the third game of the series. I'm not sure what it's exactly called, but I don't have it yet. But I recommend you get the whole series if you haven't already. Turok. And let's see. War Gods. There we go. War Gods. This game, I have mixed feelings about. One, it's a fighting game, so naturally I'm going to enjoy it. Two, it wasn't given good reviews because it was designed as like a tester for 3D. It was like, hey, let's test Mortal Kombat 4 or something like that. But I was, you know, I enjoy the action in this game, but you know, learning the fatalities could have been a little easier. But this game's not that bad. War Gods is a fighting game with a bunch of no pun intended, deities, gods, and it's crazy. But they even got a cyborg in there. So if you want a good just to try it out to see what you think about it, pick up War Gods, and maybe you'll enjoy it too. Let's see. Where are we now? Let's see. Here we go. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. Got the first game from Bookie Music Exchange. Actually, I originally played it once when my brother rented it from Blockbuster. Again, I remember the night because I rented Mortal Kombat 3 on the SNES, so we both got games that night. But Midway made this game, and it's really good. I mean, it's fast-paced. It's got a good feel to it. Same with Gretzky 98, which my brother got he got it from Walmart, I believe. Both games are pretty much the same. If you like a good hockey game that's fun and it's got, you know, a lot of, you can set the puck on fire. The goalie can turn into a wall. It's wild. But Pick up the Wayne Gretzky City hockey games, regular and 98 if you haven't, if you like a good hockey game. Alright. We're about done. Albeit not yet, but we are about finished. Let's see. I'll do these one. I'll do these like one at a time, so to speak. WCW's Backstage Assault. I got this game for my birthday in 2001, my 11th birthday, and it's I can see why people said the game sucked, but at the time I thought it was one of the best games ever. You got the appeal of 2000 WCW with Vince Russo in the game, no less, and how he was booking shit back then. But my take is it'd be nice to have an actual ring in this game, but they appealed to what they wanted to do was have a backstage game. But it's a shame it's only a one-on-one game and you can't do 4 players. That would have been insane. A 4-way backstage war in a bathroom somewhere. You can find the truck area, the block, which is a boiler room, a loading dock, the locker room and exercise room, the loading dock and the storage room, the block and the generator room where you could fuck with electricity. Yeah, you could fuck with electricity in there. And you could fight in the locker room and exercise room, the bathroom and the janitor's closet, a media room and a green room, and a parking garage and a tool room. So, all kinds of violent stuff laying around. I used to break the urinals off the wall and whack somebody with it. You could do that. Smack them with a mirror on the above the sink. Throw somebody in the toilet or the stall or close to it. But it's insane, This game, it's fun, but they could have done a lot more with it. Actually had a ring and stuff like that with it, but they chose to just make it a backstage game. Give me a second while I put it back in the stack here. Let's see. WCW Mayhem. Now, I remember this game growing up because I remember seeing the hype commercial for it, the little trailer they had done, and I thought, this game's insane. And when I got it, I couldn't quit playing it. I got it rented to me from Blockbuster, and I could not stop playing on the N64 and the PlayStation, which, it's nice to hear Bobby Heenan on commentary. But Mayhem, it's a good game. You can go backstage where you can't do much back there. But Tony Schiavone does commentary, and you got in-ring action. So, and it's got quite the eclectic roster of characters, of 1999 WCW. So everybody's there: Goldberg, Sting, Diamond Dallas Page, Ric Flair, Chris Benoit, the Four Horsemen. Rey Mysterio's here. Everybody's here practically. Even Chris Jericho, which he was gone from WCW at the time, I believe. He just got into the WWF. But WCW Mayhem, playing it now, I can see how it sucked. But playing it back then, I thought it was the best game ever. But if you like a good EA WCW game, pick up WCW Mayhem. Okay. Put you back in the stack. Let's see. What could get more simpler than WCW Nitro? I remember when I was 7 years old, or 8 years old, I got this game on the PlayStation, and I didn't think there'd be an N64 sequel. Because Nitro, I thought it was one of the best games for its time. My brother used to spend hours unlocking all the characters from, like, Eric Bischoff to fucking Santa Claus. I mean, but, Nitro, it had its faults. But back at the time, I thought it was one of the best games ever because, when you're young and you're a wrestling fan, you don't know what's good and what sucks, especially if you're blind like me. But, needless to say, they made Nitro on the PS1, they made Thunder on the PS1. Then, this game came out a year later after the original Nitro did. So they took the Thunder roster and they put it on this game. And it's the same. It's exactly the same. Just the wrestlers don't talk. The button layout's a little different, being the N64 has 8 buttons as opposed to 6. Well, actually, the PS4 has 8 too, but what the shorter buttons are, block, taunt, dodge, and I forget what the R2 button does. Or R2 button's like tag or something like that. Whereas the N64 is got the A and B button for tag and taunt. C buttons are punch, or kick, punch, chop, and grapple. Of course, and the Thunder had a grapple feature, but Nitro doesn't have that. You just push the buttons to do moves. And R is your pin button in this game. So it's kind of confusing, but if you play it long enough, you'll get the idea. So my take is, if you like Nitro on the N64, I recommend you pick it up if you haven't. If not, there's better ones out there. We're getting to that, trust me. Okay, where are we now? Here we go. Possibly one of the two best N64 games, wrestling games out there. WCW versus NWO World Tour. Now, I remember when this game came out, we ran it from Blockbuster, and we probably re-ran it for several days, but my brother and I played the piss out of this game, both as WCW, NWO, and all the fictional guys. But it has its feel like more of a Japanese game because of the way the wrestlers, act, the way the action is, and the modes of selection are resembling more of a Japanese game. But that hasn't stopped it from being successful. But this game was the how do you say it? The beginning, the foyer to what will become one of the best series of wrestling games ever, in my opinion. And I'm sure I've listened to a lot of reviewers. Joe Gagney's Fun Time Pro Wrestling Arcade says the same thing. But this is actually, they got this game in Japan as Virtual Pro Wrestling 64, this is basically the same game, but with WCW guys and NWO guys, but it had Japanese guys in there as well, which also included quite a good gaijin as well. But if you want to own the whole series, pick up WCW versus NWO World Tour. Now, give me a sec while I put this game back in the stack. WCW NWO Revenge. And I cannot complain about this game because I played it for hours growing up. I remember renting it from Blockbuster. My brother rented it first, and I got my own copy, rented from Blockbuster, and I could not stop playing it. Of course, being blind, you don't know who the guys are and where everybody is and shit like that. But needless to say, Christmas '98, I got this game for Christmas. Of course, I needed my brother's N64 at the time, but I was grateful. I was happy. I thanked my grandma over and over again that day for that. She got it for me for Christmas, and played it for hours. It's insane. It's fun. It's got that WCW feel, and it's the continuation of the Aki wrestling games, whom were one of the more successful games ever. And this was one of the reasons for that. It had that WCW feel, had all the arenas, over 60 wrestlers, including the fictional guys are back. But pick this game up if you haven't. WCW NWO Revenge. And get yours today. Your revenge, that is. Alright, where are we? Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. WWF Attitude. Oh man, where do I start with this game? I got it on the PlayStation originally, rented it from Blockbuster. I thought it was enjoyable. It was a sequel to Warzone on the PlayStation, and I got this for Christmas in '99. My grandmother got it for me on my mom's side. She actually, to tell you all the truth that are watching right now, she got it for me because I was sick that weekend and I was still feeling the effects, and she felt bad and gave me this game. She was gonna wait till Christmas, but she felt bad, and here I was with this game, and I thanked her for it. But it's not. It's about the same as ECW Arc Revolution. It is the same actually. They just took this game and put ECW on it, put that coat of paint on it, and said, "Here you go." But Attitude's got all your favorites: Austin, Rock, Mankind, Taker, Kane, Goldust, X-Pac, the Headbangers. Mark Henry's here, Boss Man, Edge, Jeff Jarrett, the whole 9 yards. Everybody's here. So, if you want to get a good feel for what the Attitude was like, pick up this game. It's WWF Attitude. Let's see. Next, we're about done. Folks. We got a couple more left here. Oop, it fell off the thing. Next, we got these are in alphabetical order. Yes, WWF No Mercy. Diggity dog. I can't help but do that. But No Mercy. I remember we ran this game from Blockbuster once, only one time, and played the shit out of it. My brother and I both. And it was this unbelievable. It's the last game in the series, yes, but it was unbelievable to play. I mean, you could do ladder matches, Iron Man matches, guest referee, so you can screw your friends in a match. Royal Rumble, King of the Ring, make your own card, cage matches, last man standing matches, tag matches, single matches, hardcore matches. You could fight in the back. This game had everything. But all the guys are here: Jericho, Benoit, Angle, Taker, Kane, Rock, Triple H, Austin, Taz, Too Cool, Right to Censor, Head Cheese, Kai and Tai, Big Boss Man, the Radicals, the Acolytes, DX. Everybody's here. It's the Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian. I could go on all night. But this was one of the best wrestling games ever on the N64 as far as American players are concerned. But if you want to see why this is the best game ever, one of the best games ever, I recommend you pick this game up. WWF No Mercy, and tell them that Blind Gamer 1990 sent you, and tell them that he said it was the best American wrestling game on the N64. Because I'll believe that till the day I breathe my last. I played this game for hours. It gave me endless entertainment. But yeah, go pick up WWF No Mercy. Let's see. WWF Warzone. Now, where do I start with this game? Because I, remember getting this game on PlayStation a lot. I got that for Christmas, actually. But I rented this game from Blockbuster maybe 2 or 3 times, and I never heard from it again until 2008. This is one of the first games I ever got from Book and Music Exchange. And it's better on here. It's cool on here, but the PS1 has all the FMVs. But yeah, WWF Warzone. All the guys are here: Austin, Michaels, the Headbangers, Taker and Kane, Shamrock, Owen and Bret Hart, Ahmed Johnson, Goldust, Rocky Maivia, The Nation, along with Farouk, the Bulldog. I mean, it's crazy. It's got a limited roster, but it's so. It's got a crazy button layout, but what do you expect? It's Acclaim. They made a good game. At the time, it was good. Nowadays, it's like if you compare it to the games nowadays, it would just be blown to shame. But if you want a good start in your wrestling collection for the WWF on the N64, pick up WWF Warzone. You get commentary from Vince and JR. You get audio taunts and emotion reaction from the wrestlers during the matches. You get about everything in here. So pick up WWF Warzone if you haven't already. And finally, we get to the coup de grace, so to speak, the last of my N64 collection. We got, let's see, WWF WrestleMania 2000. Let me set the scene for you. It's Thanksgiving of 1999. I'd heard the ad that hyped this game up like crazy. I heard it from friends that said it was going to be one of the best games ever. And then Thanksgiving, the night before Thanksgiving comes, and I heard the ad with The Rock, doing his shtick with the smell the Rock is cooking, and it was a commercial ad for the game. And I'm thinking, oh my God, is it out? So I asked my dad, and he said, we'll do it to the day after Thanksgiving. And I was with my my grandma and grandpa for Thanksgiving that year. And we go to Blockbuster, and they have it. So my dad rents it for me. And this game, let's just say it didn't leave the N64 the whole time I had it in there all weekend. It stayed there pretty much. And I played the shit out of it. I mean, everybody's here. Austin, Rock. I mean, the roster pretty much. They're all the same. But they took Revenge and they put the WWF's paint on it, and it was a masterpiece. But, all the guys are here. Rock, Austin, Jericho, Big Show, Undertaker, Kane, Mankind, Rock, Triple H, DX, the Ministry. We got Ministry Taker in this game, which I found to be totally insane. But, WWF No Mercy was the sequel to this, but it was really, it was insane. But WrestleMania 2000 was not a bad addition to the AKI series. So if you want to get the whole series, I recommend you pick them all up. WWE vs. NWO World Tour, Revenge, WrestleMania 2000, and No Mercy. Now, in Japan, they kind of took it one step further and said, let's make another sequel to Virtual Pro Wrestling, and they did, Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, which has an MMA mode. You can do it's not about the theatrics of the WWF or anything like that. It's all about about Japanese wrestling and stuff like that. But I recommend you, if you can import it, I recommend you get it, because it's the best wrestling game ever as far as a pure wrestling fan is concerned. But that concludes my showcase of my retro video game collection, Part 2, the Nintendo 64. And I want to thank you guys for keeping the vids up to view, and I've got about 600 views on all my videos, so thank you very much. And I will be doing more videos real soon. I've been busy a lot lately. I've been getting ready for my brother's wedding. He's getting married this Sunday. My dad's retirement party from his job is Thursday. The rehearsal dinner is Friday. Saturday's a regular day. I might do something then. I don't know yet, because depending on how things get, stuff like that. But Sunday is the big day. Sunday is the wedding, and I couldn't be any happier for my brother if I could. But for those that have subscribed, thank you very much. And if you want to find me on YouTube, look at my PSN tag, which is BGM19900114. Look for the Aaron Reed link. Click on that link, and it will take you to my channel, where if you hit that subscribe button, you'll be notified when I go live, and you'll be able to watch my videos live and comment on everything. And I do appreciate the feedback. And that's going to just about do it. So I just wanted to showcase my add to the retro video game collection series that I started a couple months back, and actually 3 months back. Actually, now that you mentioned it, or maybe it's 2 months. It's August still. Anyway, thank you very much for viewing this video, and it's BGM19900114, aka Blind Gamer 1990, signing out by saying good night. And I will see you all real soon.